since I started embracing my Latino culture and even just being around the community, like doors just opened.
Okay.
And also I just felt more at home because I always felt out of place in the places that I was before.
All right, y'all, we are here with Jesaiah and Emmanuel. All right, how are you guys doing today?
Doing good.
Really good, enjoying the day.
Okay, so tell us, how did you two meet? What's your connection?
Okay, so you remember the years. Is it 2016, right?
In 2016.
What day was it? No,
it was at 3 o'clock.
Actually, it was
2016,
April,
let's say.
April 5.
Oh, wow, see, he remembers dates
around
like
that.
crazy.
We were on a songwriting convention.
Okay.
And we met.
Yeah,
we met
at the
out of
ASCAP convention.
ASCAP convention. And then, we connected there, but not really. We just knew each other. And then we started running to each other all the time, everywhere, every single part. So
it's weird how that happens sometimes,
Yeah.
right? You meet someone and you just start seeing them all the time.
all the time.
I'm like, all right, I gotta hang out with this guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, we started writing music, and now here we are. We just released a brand new single, and it's our big one, Rómpela y Calla.
Yes.
And we're really happy about it.
Okay, so before we get into that, though, Emmanuel, you're a songwriter and producer.
Yes.
Okay,
exactly.
cool. Jesaiah, actually, you did American Idol way back when, right? When
Way
you were
back.
a little youngin'.
Yep. I was like, well, I mean, it was 6 years ago, and 6 years seems like yesterday, but yeah, season 12, I was on American Idol. I was a little hija.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to touch on, because you were so young.
Yeah.
And actually, the fire alarm went on while you were auditioning.
I know, isn't that crazy?
And then you came back. But me personally, at that age, I was running away from problems. I was like, no, I don't need to deal with that stuff.
Yeah.
So you must have had so much courage to like just do your thing.
Well, you know what's crazy? Like, most people don't know the backstory behind that. I legit, like, okay, if you go to the episode, you see I'm wearing like this little sailor's hat. Underneath that hat, I had staples in my head. I literally got into an ATV accident while I was setting up with my rock band up in the Bay Area.
Oh my God.
3 days before we shot that. So I was super concussioned while that was happening. So when I was singing and the alarm went off, I was like, is this really happening? Or am I just like imagining it?
Yeah.
Having some like out of body experience? But no, we got shuffled into like some like safe room, and Mariah Carey was there, Nicki Minaj, Keith Urban, and all the peoples.
How do you think you like amounted that amount of confidence to just go on stage? Like, were you nervous or?
I think the concussion helps. No, I'm just kidding. I just kind of like pretend that it's weird when you sing in front of like 4 people. You get more nervous than if you're like singing in front of like 1,000 people. And I don't know if anyone else who's an artist is like that.
Okay.
But I feel that way. So like that audition was super nerve-wracking, but I was little, you know?
Yeah, of course.
And I got the golden ticket, so it worked out.
Well, I imagine it feels almost harder because if there's less people, you feel like you're being nitpicked. Like, you can identify the people that are nitpicking you. Whereas if you have a crowd, it's like, all right, whoever's gonna hear my voice will hear it. Like,
half of them will like it, half of them will hate it.
You're empowered already. Like, you can do it.
Exactly. So, okay, you are half Jewish, half Latina.
Sí, mi mamá es mexicana and mi papá es a judío.
Okay, I love it. So I read in some articles, you tell me if I'm wrong, that it kind of took you a little while to get in touch with that Latina side.
100%. I grew up in a small town called Hollister, and I literally learned nothing about my culture, either Hebrew or my Mexicana culture. And my abuela, she doesn't speak that very much English, but I never learned Spanish as a child. I think it was kind of like a different time where we didn't want to get bullied or looked at differently because I was the more brown girl in class. I don't know. It was a different time, but
no, I'm sure it's still current.
It's still current.
Story, girl.
It
Tell
still
your
happens.
story.
I'm trying to be politically correct.
About finding your roots.
Ain't trying to upset nobody, but yeah, my whole world opened up, and I came to LA after the American Idol situation, and I tried pop music, I did electronic, everything, but nothing felt right.
Okay, quick pause. You did scat, right?
I
For
do.
your audition. Okay. You still do scat?
Always. I mean, I grew up doing jazz music since I was little, so it's always been something implemented within my music. But the other parts, I was like, okay, I don't know if this electronic, the pop thing's gonna work. It wasn't until a good friend of ours from Universal Latin Music gave us this opportunity to do the official Spanish translated versions of the Bee Gees catalog.
That's wild.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, here's my first label opportunity. I'm going to do everything in my power to get the accent right, get my Spanish down, and we did it. It was a lot of hard work.
Shout out to Myra. We
Shout
love
out to
you.
Maida. She believed in us, and that moment was a moment that literally just opened up the whole world. And I was like, dang, now I feel like I'm in place. And since I started embracing my Latino culture and even just being around the community, like doors just opened.
Okay.
And also I just felt more at home because I always felt out of place in the places that I was before. And so I don't know, I'm just so grateful for the journey because it takes so much to get from one point to another, you know?
So now do you know Spanish? You practice it a little bit?
Yes, I'm not fluent just yet.
Spanish.
Spanglish. I'm making. Here's my thing. I want to make Spanglish the norm here, regardless if you don't speak Spanish. By the 10 years from now, people are gonna speak Spanglish here. That's my goal because it's like in my music, I want to blur the lines of like cultural division. I mean, LA is Mexico. All right, and California, we're Mexico.
Quick history lesson.
Yeah. History lesson.
Quick history lesson. Like half of the U.S. is actually Mexico,
Right.
And I love Mexico. Oh my God.
Have you gone?
Yes, I'm actually going tomorrow.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Okay, where to?
So mi familia is from Sonora, Mexico,
Okay.
which is norte de Mexico. It's like
the border.
yeah, it's like 4 años away from Arizona. Horas.
Yeah.
Hours. I'm like hours.
Años is a lot.
Yeah, gracias.
Wait, are you fluent in Spanish?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
Peruano.
Yeah, I'm from Peru.
Oh, you're from Peru?
Yes.
Like born in Peru?
Born in Peru, and I moved here in 2016, the year that we met.
Oh,
So, yeah.
okay. Oh, see, that's why he has his dates very well, because that's almost like a transition in life.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I know. I
Transition.
remember everything because like it just gets stamped in your mind. You know
Okay.
when you do these big changes.
Did you both work on the Bee Gees
Yeah.
Spanish version?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is insane. So tell us about your new latest single.
So, Rómpela y Calla is, we actually filmed it in Peru.
In Peru.
In
Okay.
Lima, Peru, which is like the Los Angeles of Peru. And it was so cool. We worked, I mean, everyone on the song is actually Peruvian except me.
Okay.
So, like, the song came out as an accident. We were in my home studio. We were going to write for another artist, a pretty big artist from Peru. Pero I guess something happened. She couldn't show up. So we're like, all right, we're all here. Might as well do something. And we wrote Rómpela y Calla with Alejo, y
Jason.
Sonnemm, and
That's
Jason. And Jason's a feature, and he's from Peru as well.
It was so funny because we were like, okay, you know, we are gonna go to Peru just for, you know, like the holidays, visit
Okay.
family and friends. And we ended up doing like a full
It
radio
turned into
tour,
a music
like
pro-
a
like
music,
tour,
everything,
yeah.
filming video, meet and greet, and it was just fun.
That's when you
Yeah.
know you're in the right path, dude. When you just like go and then things start coming your way, you're like, yeah, let me do that. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm in the studio.
Exactly,
I'm over here
100%.
creating a remix, you know, like, yeah.
I was like, we went there for vacation, and it's like, all right, we got, 3 radio stations.
Yeah, a lot of interviews.
Just a lot of, the meet and greet,
Okay.
like, and the music video, which the music video, you see, like, it's so weird. We filmed this literally a month before quarantine. Before Cuarentena happened, we literally filmed this, and it's so interesting because it has a very edgy undertone of, like, post-apocalyptic vibes. And he's even wearing, like,
I was wearing a face mask.
Face
Yeah.
mask, and the
That was
girls are
on
wearing
January,
masks.
Yeah, because your cover art for that is also like kind of like one of those masks too,
Yeah.
right? With the crown, yeah.
And we did that all before Cuarentena.
That's wild.
So, I don't know. I think it was meant to be to
Yeah,
come
for
out.
sure in the stars somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. No, it was so cool.
Yeah.
That's wild. Okay, so because you've done, you started with scat, right? You were jazz.
Yeah.
You've also toured for EDM.
Yes.
Artists.
Yeah, I went to, it's the most random thing. God, you talk about jumping genres.
That's why I brought it up.
That's
We're
so
gonna
cool.
get there.
Okay, so I got featured on a couple songs with this EDM artist named Hamster, and we ended up booking a small mini tour in China.
That's wild.
Which is crazy. We literally spent 4 days in China, and I had never gone that far by myself, and I almost died before.
You're just learning Spanish. You're over there.
Yeah, now she was trying Chinese. Like,
oh, I'm telling ya. I mean, I got to learn a little bit of the language, but we were there for 4 days.
Okay.
Fans are amazing. That's the thing. Latinos and Asians, and mezcla, because in Peru también they have a very a cool mixed culture. Latinos and Asians are always with you till the day you die. They are the best, most devoted fans, and so kind. And even going to China was just, it was cool.
I love that.
I felt pretty cool.
So now, reggaeton is kind of the vibe you guys are on right now then.
Claro.
yes, 100%.
So why reggaeton? Why is that your selection at the moment?
Well, I mean, okay, he's has a Latin background of doing EDM too, but reggaeton, mumbaton.
Yeah, I can explain basically.
Explain what mumbaton is.
When we met, we started talking about music and different genres and different stuff that we just like to listen to. She was like, oh, I would like to do something that has a little bit of EDM, a little bit of Middle Eastern, and these weird sounds. And she used to call this world music.
Middle Eastern.
Yeah, Middle Eastern. And I was
I don't even know.
When I listened to that, I was like, oh, you mean mumbaton? And she was like, what? Yeah. And then,
Is that a thing?
Yeah, and mumbaton is like the mix of reggaeton with a little bit more of EDM sounds. So it's basically reggaeton beats with EDM sounds.
Mezcla with different culturas, so tropical y Middle Eastern.
Yeah, and it hits a little bit harder.
Yeah. It hits a little bit harder. Okay, mumbaton.
Mumbaton, yeah.
Okay. It's a new genre. It's only 10 years old. They just had their 10-year anniversary.
It's basically
that's wild. Okay.
Diplo, Major Lazer, all these people they started the genre and they blew it up. So it's something like that, and that's how she got into mumbaton, reggaeton, and she started developing all her interest in that.
For sure. You weren't too far off though, because it is I feel like the music scene now is just fusion.
100%.
100%. Well, I want to thank both of you for being here.
Thank you.
Mumbaton, you heard it here first, all right? And they're here to present what they got. Girl, you're getting in touch with your Latin roots, but I think the Spice found you, girl, because look at this outfit.
Oh my God, girl, thank you so much.
So tell, because you actually, those are your glasses, right?
Yes. I actually have, it's so crazy. Jay Cortez wore them in his music video.
Show the audience. Right there,
here's the link. No, I'm just kidding. He just wore these in the music video that just got released 2 days ago. And I also have these other ones that he wore in the music video, and it's cool because I've had 3 or 4 reggaeton artists feature my glass line in their music videos. So
let's go.
There you go.
Just trying to do it.
Look to the camera, a little flex over there. Look over there. A little flex.
Just so extra. I
love it.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. Well, this has been Jesaiah and Emmanuel. Emmanuel, what's your producer name?
Sonnemm. Sonnemm.
Epa.
Sonnemm.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.